Hi guys, this is a simple hip routine that you can do every day. Let's start on the ground, on our back, supine, just like we did in our class. Okay, and push into your heels, squeeze your legs together, come up into a glute bridge. Okay, and then you're gonna push down with your left heel, lift your right knee up, straighten it, take it forward. So you're bicycling, knee in, straighten it, take it forward. And we'll just keep going here. Try and coordinate with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Few more here. One more. Hold it out. Open and close. So come onto the pinky edge of your left foot. Open, close. Little clamshells. Open, close. Try and take your leg wide out. Close. Few more. So we're just training our glutes to fire. That's going to help your hip flexor open up. Right? It only makes sense that if the posterior muscle is contracting, your anterior muscle can relax. One more. Open and hold. Set it down. Next side. Right knee down, right knee bent. Push into your right heel. You can have your foot down. Lift your left leg. Knee comes in. Lift it up. Exhale down. Bicycle here. Bring it in. Down. Now you want to have your ribs pulled in so you're not back bending. You want this to really be in your glutes, so push your ribs down. You're going to do this every day, maybe twice a day. Hopefully, you got the time, right? Sort of. And you're not socializing as much. I'm really sorry about that, guys. It would suck to be in college during this. You guys are troopers. You're going to come out stronger. Two more. Last one, you're going to hold it out. Breathe here. And then we're going to do our clamshells. Open. You're rolling onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Close. Open. Close. You got this. Open. Close. You can push in your hands. That's okay. Close. And if you have any questions, I'm going to give Daniel my email. You can email me. I'll get back to you right away. Close. Two more. One more. Next one, you're going to hold it out. Hold it. Hold it. Come down. Awesome job. Roll onto your belly. We're going to do those lat pulls. So you're going to bring your feet and your heels and toes are going to touch. Imagine you have a strawberry underneath your belly button. Put your hand there just at first to make sure you're really pushing into your pubic bone. Lift your thighs if you can. They may not lift. Your hip flexors are really, really tight. Then they're not going to really come off the ground, but you're going to feel that engagement in your glutes. Reach your hands forward, lift your arms up, pull in, and then forward. Make sure your thighs are light on the ground. Pull in, reach forward. Pull in, reach forward. Your thighs are light. Pull in. Your heels are coming towards your head. Pull in. So you're activating your hamstrings here. Pull in. You're lifting your chest off the ground a little bit while pushing your pubic bone down. Pull in. Last one. Hold it there. Reach your arms back. Maybe you can touch your shins. Two more breaths. Thumbs are pointed out. Take your hands forward. You're staying in this position, but you're like in a sphinx. So your elbows are down. They're just in front of your shoulders. And we're going to try and lift our thighs off the ground while pushing down with our pubic bone. Lift, lift, little pulses. This is going to kill you. I don't want this to come from your low back. I don't want you to have any ego at all. No, it doesn't matter how high your thighs are getting off the ground. What matters is that you are firing your glutes. Lift, 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 lift. Next one, we're gonna hold, 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 hold. Take a big breath in. Yes, we can. Exhale, back to child's pose. You're gonna get better and better the more you do this. Child's pose. Okay, so the reason that we did all that is because we need to train our hamstrings and our glutes to fire so that this can open up. Okay, so right foot forward, come forward, already. Left glute is engaging. Anytime we are in hip extension, when our knee is behind our hip, the glute needs to work. That's your biggest hip extensor. Bring your foot in, hold it. You're gonna be in cramp city right now. You should be. Push your hip forward, squeeze your glute. I don't even care if you grab your foot, right? That's passive. We're working active right here. Pull that in. Maybe hold for a second. And then go ahead and let that go. And then you're gonna forward fold into your hamstring stretch. I'm sure you're familiar with these here. I want you guys to switch legs. Knee down, left foot forward, come forward, pushing that hip flexor forward, fire up the right glutes. You're gonna lift your foot up. Squeeze that right glute. Maybe you reach back with your hand, see if you can touch it. Don't grab it yet. Training your hamstrings and your glutes to fire every time you're in hip extension. Hold that here, breathe. Make sure it's not coming from your low back. You want to tilt your tailbone underneath. It's going to stretch out your right hip flexor even more. Now go ahead and grab, take a breath in. Let that go. Hamstring stretch, left side, forward fold. Now sometimes these stretches are too much. If they are too much, you can do them standing. So it's like that crescent pose that we did. It's the same thing, and it's a little less intense when we're standing, okay? So if you're feeling that, go ahead and do that standing. So we're still in that hamstring stretch. Okay, and I'm staying light on that right now because I really want you guys to focus on using the muscles to create hip extension too, okay? So I'm gonna have you guys do something called, it's like mobility work. So you're gonna come lying on your left side into this side lying position. Right hand on your right hip. I know I look flipped in the camera. And then you're gonna bring your knee into your chest. Externally rotate, open it up. So it's like the reverse of what you guys do. Drop your knee, lift your foot, push your knee behind your hip. You're in internal rotation. Take it down and reverse that circle. So knee back. Your foot is now going to drop. Your knee is going to be higher, and this is going to be very, very familiar to you. Bring your knee into your chest. Okay, we're going to do that again. So knee to your chest. Open external rotation. Drop your knee. Foot is high. Push it back. Take it down. Your knee is behind your hip. You're in extension. Bring your knee up. Now you're going to be in external rotation. Drop your foot to the side. Bring your knee in. And now we're going to do full circle. So that was like a half circle. Bring your knee back. Knee comes up. You can lean forward if you're starting to lose your balance. Finish that circle one more time. Back. Knee up. Drop your foot. Okay, and switch directions. Knee up. Out. Drop your knee. Lift your foot. Take it back. Internal rotation. Back. Bring it in. Up. Lift your foot. Back. Knee is behind your hip. Awesome job. Switch sides. So now you're lying on your right side. Come down. Left hand on hip. Your right knee is bent a little bit. Bring your left knee into your chest. Take it out. External rotation. Lift your foot, drop your knee, take it back, push it back, and then reverse. Come up now with the knee, drop your foot, external rotation, bring it into your chest, back down. And then we're going to reverse that. So we take our knee back, take it up, knee is up, drop the foot, bring your knee to your chest, come forward, and then reverse. Knee comes into your chest, lift the knee, lift the foot now, higher than the knee, internal rotation with your hip. Take your knee behind your hip. It's going to be really weird. Bring it back down. Now we're going to do full circles. Bring your knee in, take it out to the side, lift your foot, drop your knee, take it back behind your hip, down all the way through, knee in, out to the side, drop your knee, lift your foot, take it back, drop it, through. Now reverse. Take your knee back, lift your knee, drop your foot. It's like an egg beater. Bring it forward. Take your knee back, drop your foot, lift your knee, take it through. Okay, now sit up into your straddle. So first straighten out your legs and now flex forward. And I want you guys to just hold it here. See how you feel. Maybe you can come down a little lower. I don't want you guys to round your back a whole lot because what happens, just notice, round your back a whole lot. You don't feel your hamstrings there. If you sit up nice and tall, so even if you're just here, I want you to think of a posterior tilt with your pelvis. That means you're coming into what I call a sassy booty. Your tail is lifted when you're doing this so that you get into your hamstrings. So you're just coming forward. And now we're going to come up, bend your knees. Your heels are in front of your knees and they're totally right in front, just like this. If I put my hands down, my fingertips are touching my heels, the edge of my heels. Sit up nice and tall, posterior tilt. You're going to drop your right knee in. So you're pivoting on the ball of your right foot. Drop it in as low as you can. Pivot on the ball of your right foot, open it back up. Pivot on the ball of your right foot, knee back down. It should be in line with your hip, not in front. Open it back up. Last time, drop it down, hold it here, look at your right foot. If you're feeling closed ankle pinching, you lean back. And you're just gonna stay here. So what we're doing is we're moving our hip. It's a ball and socket joint. We are moving it in every single direction. That is going to open up your joint. It's going to send the signals. It's feeling pressure. That means that the mechanoreceptors are going to send the signal for your muscles to relax. And this is going to help your muscles relax so that you have more flexibility, right? Because a muscle can only move as far as the joint allows, and vice versa. Go ahead and open back up. You're pivoting on that ball of the right foot. Now we're going to take it to the left foot. So you're going to pivot on the ball of your left foot. Turn the heel to the outside. Drop your knee. Drop your knee. Open up. Back to that bear sit. Pivot on the ball of your left foot. Drop your knee. It should be right in line with your hip, not in front. Open it back up. Again. And then we'll stay here, and I want you to sit up tall, look at your left foot, so you're turning your torso to your left foot. And this is your internal rotation. This is kind of like frog pose, if you've ever done frog pose in yoga. A little bit more. Breathe here. Remember, you need 30 seconds to really make changes in your flexibility. Make sure you're upright. So if you're leaning back, you're still upright. You're not rounding your back because that's going to take it out of your hip. You want to be tall, proud-chested. A little bit more. All right, go ahead. Open that up. Okay, so now left knee bends, right ankle comes over to the outside of your left knee. Pull your knee in, take your right thumb, like we're doing okay, push it into your right hip crease, push it down, 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 so that your sit bones push into the ground, and then you hug your knee into your chest. If this is like no problem, then you just take your knee to the outside, your elbow to the outside of your knee, twist. Spinal twist, and then come back, switch. Hi, cutie.
Are you done?
Nope. Left ankle to the outside of your right knee, hug and twist. I'm almost done.
Can we watch YouTube?
No, I'm almost done. I'll be done in 2 minutes.
Why?
Elbow, I'll talk about it with you in 2 minutes or else you're gonna get in trouble. Elbow to the outside of your right knee, twist. Big spinal twist. You want to push your right hip down, so you can take your left thumb, push it into the crease and push it down. And when you do that, you might feel something in your back. And come back. Open up your left leg, pull your right heel into the groin, and we're going to do a side stretch. So you're going to take your left elbow down, reach your right arm over. You might feel a lot of tightness in your side body. You're just going to hold it here. And then come up and switch. So open up your right leg, bend your left knee, heel comes close to your groin, drop your right elbow on the inside, reach over with your left arm, side stretch. Notice if one side is tighter than the other. Breathe in and out through your nose. Relax. The more you breathe calmly, the quicker that response is going to happen in your body where you can relax. Not yet, Seti. Almost done. And we're almost done. I'm just giving them a video. I'm giving the team a video. Side stretch. Very nice. Come back up. Okay, and then one last thing. We're going to do pigeon. So we're going to really work on that external rotation, which you guys need for your egg beaters. So again, knee's going to be on the outside of your hip. Now, for some of us, we're so tight that it just it's unbearable and we want to do that other pigeon, right? That's like this. The problem with this one is that, look, you're in flexion, you're in hip flexion. So, you can do this, but I want you guys to also work on that hip extension. You guys said that this was tight, right? So you could just put a block or something, find something, a pillow, underneath you, and then you come, and that pillow will be under your right sits bone, and you come into your pigeon with your knee on the outside of your hip, right? Make sure it's on the outside, and we're going to start out by sitting up nice and tall. You can even take a couple of books to prop you up, and you feel it's just like we did that low lunge. You want to squeeze your left butt cheek. Squeeze your left butt cheek. All right. You can try and grab your foot here, right? You're grabbing your left foot. You can play with it here. What I don't want is this to come from your low back. And you're going to feel it in your low back. So the way you prevent that is you try and tuck your tailbone under. So imagine that tailbone of yours is coming up between your legs. So when you do that, boom, you feel it more in your left hip flexors. So you're going to stay up here. And then I want you guys to do this, multiple times a day if possible. And then lie down, thread the needle, whatever you want. So in this case, left arm comes under, thread the needle. Two more breaths. Come up and switch. This is your last one. So, to the outside, back with that right leg. Sit up tall to begin with. Now, the more you get your foot away from your groin, the more intense the stretch is going to be. The lower you get to the ground, also more intense. We're going to stay here at first. Squeeze your right butt cheek because that leg is back. It's an extension. I want you guys to get used to this. Every time your leg is an extension, squeeze that butt cheek. It's going to improve your flexibility so much. So stay here. Maybe reach back, try and grab your foot. That's going to intensify it. Remember to use your glute to make that happen. Relax, breathe in and out through your nose. Hope you guys are doing okay with this. It's long, it's intense. And then we let go and we come down, thread the needle, right arm under the left. Just a few breaths here to round that out. Remember, at any time you guys can back off, but come right back into it. And then go ahead and come up. And that's the end of your hip stretching routine. I hope you guys do this every single day. Put on some music. Eventually you won't need me. You're gonna know this. You're gonna know what to do. And just keep practicing. I'll see you guys next week.